Hi, so let's have a quick look at the end of the data formed on 24th of August. Going forward हम किस किस अच्छे ट्रेड्स को ले सकते हैं. So one of the few of the companies जिसको हमने पहले आइडेंटिफाई किया था, one of them was M&M Finance. This from 140 it went towards 147 levels, and it you can see that after downfall it seems like there are a sort of a buying interest, and it closed at day's high. So this was a good trade, and together with that, IDFC First Bank is also trying to reverse after correcting from more from 52 levels. It came to 40 levels, and again this is another trade. And also CholaFin. CholaFin is actually a very good trade, and I'm carrying forward this trade, and let's see how this is going to turn up. मदरसन में हमने कल डिस्कस किया था 200 लेवल्स में एक्ट लाइक अ सपोर्ट, एंड इट इज़ ट्राइंग टू एक्ट लाइक अ सपोर्ट. आज ये 200 से 210 तक गई, एंड गोइंग फॉरवर्ड इट माइट बी ऑल्सो वन ऑफ द कैंडिडेट्स विच कैन बी अ फोर रनर. नेशनल एलम आज हमने ये सुबह इसको 10:30 बजे हमने अपना मार्केट वॉच पोस्ट किया था. उसमें आपको यू विल फाइंड इट इन द अपर राइट हैंड कॉर्नर में आपको मिल जाएगी. उसमें हमने इस कंपनी के बारे में बोला था कि ये दिस इज़ गोइंग फॉर 80 लेवल्स, एंड फ्रॉम 78 तब था वो 80 तक गई. सन टीवी इज़ ऑल्सो गिविंग अ रिवर्सल, बट दीज आर फ्यू ऑफ द कंपनीज विच आई डोंट ट्रेड. AU बैंक भी हमने आइडेंटिफाई किया था इन द मॉर्निंग, एंड फ्रॉम देयर ऑल्सो इट वेंट टूवर्ड्स न्यू ऑल टाइम हाई. सो दिस इज़ और ये हमने कल भी डिस्कस किया था कि अगर ये 1300 लेवल को मेंटेन कर पाती है, सो इट विल ट्राई टू गो टूवर्ड्स लेवल्स ऑफ 1400. बायोकॉन हमने कल अपना पोजीशन में बनाया था एट 340 है, तब मैं ट्वीट भी किया था. देन इट करेक्टेड टूवर्ड्स द लेवल्स ऑफ 328, और फिर उसके बाद थोड़ी सी बाइंग आई थी, एंड टुडे इट वेंट टूवर्ड्स 350. गोइंग फॉरवर्ड दिस माइट ऑल्सो बी अ गुड ट्रेड टू कीप इन ट्रैक. नौकरी कल हमने 550 लेवल्स हमने बोला था कि दिस इज़ गोइंग टू ब्रेक, एंड दिस इज़ एग्जैक्टली व्हाट हैपेंड टुडे. एंड इसके सभी लक्षण थे yesterday as we discussed कि it was always getting good buying, and it was consolidating in a tight range. So of course आज 550 जब break की in the morning in the very first trade, and it closed towards 5800 at day's high. बजाज फिनसर्व क्लोज्ड अबाउट 16,500 तक गई थी, जहाँ पे हमने अपना पोजीशंस जो शॉर्ट टर्म के लिए हमने बनाया था, वी हैव क्लोज्ड इट, एंड आल्सो वी हैव क्लोज्ड आवर पोजीशंस व्हिच वी क्रिएटेड इन शॉर्ट टर्म्स फॉर बजाज फाइनेंस. So going forward, this setup is definitely looking good, and going forward, let's do a quick analysis. Gujarat Gas corrected towards 700, and there was some buying. So there's not much, आज अगर आप देखो Tata Steel was also able to close above 1400 levels. But I think there is not much of a strength which is left now. सेल हमने आज सुबह बहुत अच्छा 118 लेवल्स से हमने इसको पकड़ा था, एंड वी वेर हैविंग अ टारगेट ऑफ 120 जो आज इजीली मीट हो गई. सो दिस वाज आल्सो अ गुड ट्रेड. L&T फाइनेंस हाउसिंग इसके बारे में मैंने ट्वीट किया था, एंड दैट आल्सो क्लोज्ड एट डेज हाई, एंड इट वेंट टुवर्ड्स 80. So going forward, this also looks like a good reversal candidate. ESCORTS हमने कल भी ट्रेड किया था, एंड वी क्लोज्ड आवर पोजीशंस एट 1300 लेवल्स. मैंने उसको ट्वीट भी किया था, और मैं बोला था मैं नया पोजीशन 1304 के ऊपर बनाऊंगा, एंड इट वाज नॉट एबल टू डू दैट. आज ये 1304 ब्रेक करके 1324 तक चली गई. सो दिस वाज अगेन अ गुड ट्रेड, एंड ऑल्सो फ्रॉम इट स्टार्टेड ऑफ फ्रॉम 1250. हमने 1255 1260 में अपने पोजीशंस ऐड करना स्टार्ट कर दिए थे, and the move came in the very first hour of the trade, and this was a good trade. Bajaj Finance हमने 7000 में अपना positions जैसे मैं बोला we have closed. MGL also is trying to reverse from 1100 levels. So these are good trades. Manappuram भी मैंने ट्वीट किया था, together with MUTHOOTFIN भी आने वाली है, just like over here. So these were good trades which we took. So it was able to close at 1500 levels. Going forward, the chances are pretty high that it will try to go for 1600. Let's see क्या होता है. Tech Mahindra, we were not very much comfortable yesterday in taking new positions, and so आज मैंने इस पे position नहीं बनाए थे, but this also closed at all time high. I tweeted about how DLF can be a good BTST trade, and here you can see the reason is DLF has been correcting from 360 and it went towards levels of 310. Today it gave a closing. Let's see if it is able to take out 320 tomorrow. Now India is one of the trades I'm carrying, and yesterday we talked about how a reversal is in the cards, and today in the morning we created our positions round over at 390. From there it went towards 400. So this is looking like a good trade. Let's see if it is able to take out the levels of 410 in this run. बैंक ऑफ बड़ौदा इज ऑल्सो LIC हाउसिंग फाइनेंस भी मैंने ट्वीट किया था सुबह. दिस ऑल्सो क्लोज्ड एट अ डेज हाई, and you can find this tweets in my handle. Even RBL Bank and Bank of Baroda, these are trying to give good reversals from these levels. Shriram Transport Finance मैंने ट्वीट किया था, and this also closed at days high. So basically at 10:30 in the morning I said that today is the day for banking stocks and especially finance stocks, and this is exactly what happened. That Bajaj Finance or Bajaj Finserv के sentiment की वजह से all these companies which were trading at multi-session low, just like LIC Housing Finance, right, RBL Bank, you can see Bank of Baroda, Muthoot Finance, यहाँ पे जितने भी हैं, Shriram Transport Finance, Manappuram. So basically they all got impetus, और इसके लिए आज ये सब companies they closed at days high. The Deepak Nitrite seems like a good candidate. यहाँ पे कल 2100 region के नीचे breakdown आई थी, and it closed below 2100. Today it was able to close at 2100 levels. Going forward there can be some strength. ट्रेंट एक कंपनी है जिसको मैं हमेशा बोलता हूँ buy at 880 and sell at 900. We have been doing this since multiple sessions. Going forward I think this is going to continue until and unless a closing above 920 comes, and until then just keep on following this particular trading pattern. HDFC बैंक आज सुबह 10:30 बजे हमने ट्रेंड हमने एनालिसिस करके ये कंपनी को निकाला था, and it also closed a day's high together with SBILIFE. So this also closed at day's high, and it's very near to its all-time high levels. So going forward, these definitely SBILIFE और HDFC Life का भी हम थोड़ा सा एनालिसिस करेंगे when it comes. इंडस टावर, सिप्ला और सन फार्मा, ये दोनों कंपनीज के बारे में मैंने ट्वीट किया था, एंड यू कैन सी सिप्ला क्लोज्ड एट डेज हाई. सो नो मैटर वेयर यू टुक योर पोजीशंस, you should have always been able to close in profit. Torrent Power also gave us a good reversal. Canara Bank good reversal. Apollo Tyre also trying to get some support from lower levels. PI Industry is also very good in the sense ये अभी एक बहुत ही narrow range में consolidate कर रही है, and any closing above the levels of 3200 and will definitely give it more strength to go towards all-time high. So this Apollo Hospital, wonderful structure. Apollo Hospital should be in your radar, or going forward in the next 1 or 2 days Apollo Hospital is going to give you a very good breakout trade, and just keep this in your radar. L&T also was able to close above 1600. IndusInd Bank हमने ट्वीट किया था together with HDFC Bank, it also closed at days high. Similarly Lupin is also trying to reverse from lower levels of 930. So it closed at 940. So basically 900 जब तक breach नहीं होती है, there are chances of a reversal. ICICI Bank भी आज अच्छी move की towards 690. So these Sun Pharma exactly it went towards 778 and it closed at 772 levels from 755 levels. So this is also the company which I tweeted together with Cipla. PFC और REC ये दोनों companies में हमने reversal का track करने के लिए बोला था, and both PFC as well as REC we will see later both closed at days high. अशोक लेलैंड हमने पोजीशन बनाए थे आज सुबह at 118 and we closed at 120, and this is also where it's supposed to face some resistance for now. Going forward I think it will try to dance between 120 115. It dipped towards 115 where it got some support. अगर 115 breach नहीं होती है, so there are still chances in Ashok Leyland to go towards the levels of 136 from here. Grasim also is had some this is a bullish structure in Grasim MRF. Tata Motors also is trying to reverse, so basically this is a very important structure. Let's see if Tata Motors is able to go towards the levels of 290 और वहाँ से अगर वो move कर पाए, so basically 300 should be in the vicinity. Alchem as usual आज भी एक नया all time high, and Alchem we have been telling it, so is keep on making higher lows, and this structure has been ongoing since last multiple sessions, you can see. So it started from 9th and today is 24th, so itne dinon se ye just higher lows hi banaya ja raha hai. So this is good. M&M also is trying to go towards the levels of 800, which is a strong resistance. ONGC 115 का जो ब्रेक करके ये 110 तक आई थी, एंड टुडे अगेन इट फेस रेजिस्टेंस एट 115, एंड दिस इज नॉट गुड. एटलीस्ट अगर ये 115 के ऊपर क्लोज आती सो दैट वुड हैव बीन मच बेटर. एक्सिस बैंक ऑल्सो ट्रेडेड एट राउंड अबाउट क्लोज एट डेज हाई. TVS Motor is also trying to reverse. Indigo also is trying to breach the levels of 1700. BEL ये हमने कल डिस्कस किया था as a very good on this particular day when it was at 170. We said this is a very good reversal candidate, and here you can see in 2 sessions it went towards 178, and going forward ये शायद 180 और 170 के बॉक्स में ही रह जाएगी. Let's see if it is able to close above 180 for BEL. NAVINFLUOR also got some buying support from 3600, and let's see if it is able to continue. It seems like there is some buying interest in NAVINFLUOR at these levels, so definitely try to keep this stock in your tracker. Petronet has been facing resistance at 230, and it seems like until and unless it's able to close above 230, it might again correct towards the levels of 220. आरती इंडस्ट्री इज कल ये 900 के नीचे चली गई थी. इट वेंट टुवर्ड्स 895, एंड टुडे it went towards 920. So basically it seems like this can also be a good reversal candidate. Amaraja Battery, we discussed this on the weekend as one of the very good short candidates, and you can see what happened. Today it seems like it made a new 52-week low, and let's see if it is able to reverse, but definitely this is one of the trades I won't be taking. Similar is true for Auto Pharma. Auto Pharma also made a new 52-week low today, and then there is some buying interest. Let's see if it is able to move past 700, then there can be some good short covering moves, so that would be something of interest to us. Tata Consumer also is doing a very good is in a very tight and narrow consolidation, and going forward अगर ये 850 को breach करती है, that would be a very interesting trade which I would like to participate, क्योंकि ये all time high पे है. Reliance 2177 आज भी 2177 तक गई थी, and then so it went towards 2192, and then it closed at 2178. So basically going forward, I think Reliance is a very good candidate which can give a breakout. So you should definitely be keeping Reliance in your radar, and going forward there can be a very good move in Reliance. Though the momentum is not yet मेरा जो momentum indicator है which tries to ascertain the momentum, this is still not activated, but definitely from the chart pattern and from the move and from the way the Nifty has given a closing going forward tomorrow, I think it should be able to breach 2200 levels and move forward. Let's see how it goes. PNB also is trying to give a small reversal. अगर 35 के नीचे closing नहीं आती है, this is a bullish structure. MFSL also got some buying from 1020 levels. हमने बोला था कि 1020 अगर होल्ड नहीं कर पाई, then it will correct towards 1000, but it was able to, and then it closed at 1050 levels. So this is MFSL is also one of the good trades which should be in your radar. IGL still looks weak, and going forward I think IGL should correct towards the levels of 505. अभी तक ये सिर्फ 516 तक गई है, and if it dips below 510, try to keep a look for 505, क्योंकि multiple times for 505 से reverse करती है. Havels was also a very good trade in the morning. It was able to get some support from 1250, and going forward I think it is going towards the levels of 1300. HDFC Life भी हमने tweet किया था for tracking, and basically it went towards 675, and from there it closed at 672. Going forward HDFC Life together with SBI Life should be in your radar. Power Grid हमने डिस्कस किया था on this particular day how the structure is, this particular move has been weakened, and we talked about how it will correct towards 175, which it did on yesterday, and today also there is no move, even with you see so many companies are to move these. So going forward I think the levels of 170 is still in the vicinity. Cadila Healthcare also got some buying from lower region, and going forward it seems like it's not a valid structure. It's not a strong structure which I would like to take longs. Balakrishna Industry also is looking weak, and so is SRF. Corrected, and now it is trying to hold the levels of 9,000, but these are not strong structures. And similarly, Metropolis हमने बोला था 2800 above closing is important, it was unable to, and now you can see it is correcting towards 2600 levels. Going forward there can be more weakness. Mindtree हमने अपना कल positions बंद कर दिया था, and then I also discussed why, because 3500 was my short-term target in Mindtree. Once I achieve the target, I am not going to be greedy. That's my strategy, and this is what I did. Going forward, it seems like there can be some weakness, especially agar 3300 levels agar breach karti hai, so there can be more weakness in Mindtree. Voltas just trying to consolidate. Torrent Pharma is stuck 3000 and 3100. We have discussed this trade multiple times. And Hero Motor is also slipping and making lower lows, and going forward it is a weak structure. Colpal is one of those structures where we explicitly talked about how 1700 above closing is important. It was unable to, and hence you can see it corrected towards 1650. I think going forward Colpal would also be one of the stocks which will. UBL is a very good structure going forward. Within a day or two, or definitely by this week, UBL will give you a very definite move. Preferably अगर 1420 levels के आसपास नहीं आए, so yeah 15. Okay. So अगर ये अभी the closing has been in for 1450 levels, and going forward अगर ये if it is able to hold this levels of 1430 on a closing basis, then we can expect some up move. Else there can be a breakdown if it corrects towards 1400, because then it would be a sell on rise. So right now the structure is a sort of neutral, but from the data which has formed at the end of the day, I think this is more on a bearish side. So 1500 levels ke upar move is very much needed in a very quick time. So let's also keep UBL in our radar, and let's see how it moves. TCS, okay, it is nothing. Hindustan Unilever also making a very good move. After a big move like this, we told about how we should be looking into the next two candles, and ये दोनों candle बहुत ही अच्छी बनी है. Going forward, there's still chances of Hindustan Unilever to give us a good all-time high in a short vicinity. Bandhan Bank is weak, and it seems like there are still positions which are getting added on the short side. HCL Tech is also getting weaker. So okay, Asian Paint, it gave a good move towards 3160 levels. And now again it seems like it is coming towards the levels of 3000, and I think if Asian Paint is actually after this big move, when you see such a big move coming, so this actually invalidates the move which has happened earlier. And this is exactly the reason why you see today it was from where it started, people started aggressively selling, and it ended near the day's low. Going forward, अगर ये 3000 में आएगी और फिर अगर उसको support मिली, then again it would be consolidation phase would start, but definitely it's not one of the long trades which I would like to take. See, let me give you a very simple example. यहाँ पे आप देखो ये जो बड़ी मूव आई है which is comparable to Hindustan Unilever. After this, these two structures, ऐसे structures जब बनते हैं, so that basically says that there is a lot of interest in this stocks, whereas अगर ऐसे structures बनते हैं, which means that the people who are longed over here, so they are exiting their positions, as a result of which such a big fat body has been formed in the next two candles. And LTI also made an all-time high, and हमारा third target was 5100, which we achieved on this particular day, and now still it is trying to make higher lows, and it seems like जब तक 4800 breach नहीं होगी, there is still a chance of it going towards 5200. ICICI GI was again a good trade, and today again we can see there were shorts getting created, and it हमारा ये कल BTST था, we got a good BTST trade where it closed at the levels of 1480 yesterday, and from there today it went towards 1500 plus. In yesterday's video we talked about how there is a strong resistance at 1505 levels, and that's exactly acted like a resistance today, and we see that it immediately correct towards the levels of 1450. So going forward, I think again we would be very much interested in seeing how it is able to, if it is able to give a closing above 1500. नेस्ले इंडिया भी बहुत अच्छी एक स्ट्रक्चर के बाद अच्छी मूव दे रही है, एंड इट्स मेकिंग new all-time highs, and this is still a value structure, whereas in Britannia I would still say that this size of the candle here is a little bit bigger, and we can also see that the momentum is getting weaker. So अगर आपको FMCG play करनी है and you have to choose between Britannia and Hindustan Unilever, I would definitely choose Hindustan Unilever. McDowell is also, we discussed yesterday on this particular day of how this particular candle was not good, and from there you can see it is correcting, and today it closed below 700. Going forward, I think there can be more weakness, and it would be a sell on rise for the coming days. Godrej consumer product also corrected immediately from 1050, which is a 52-week high, to 1000 levels in just a matter of 2 sessions. कल हमने डिस्कस किया था how FMCG sector won't be the sector we would be longing, and rather we would be taking short trades, and this is exactly why the reason we saw that the positions were getting added in Dabur on the negative side, on Godrej consumer products, on Marico, on Britannia, and all of them they ended near day's low. Emphasis made an all-time high yesterday at 3000, where we booked our profits in the morning at 10:30. I tweeted, and from there it corrected, and now it's just trying to get some support at 2800. We will also try to see if it is able to maintain this level going forward. This might be again a good trade which we don't want to lose out. Jubilant Food, when it gave a closing below 4000 on this particular day, we said how the structure is weak, and from there you can see it has corrected towards 3600, which is nearly 10% of fall from in just 2 sessions. Going forward, agar ye 3600 ko bhi agar breach karti hai, there can be more pain, and I have already made a technical video on what would be the levels in which I would be again re-entering Jubilant Food. Until that happens, it seems like the structure is weak and there are shorts getting added. Now let's see if it is able to maintain and hold this levels of 3600, which is very important, and right now it's at 3700 levels. So agar ye aur bhi agar 50-100 point agar kal breakdown deti hai, then it would be a really disaster for all the longs in Jubilant Food. So let's see if it is able to hold 3600, then there is not much of a worry. But from the looks of it, it seems like positions are getting added on the short side, and maybe this is also something which you have to be careful about. Godrej Properties, we discussed at on this particular day how people have been fooled and by all the TV experts. हमने इस दिन बोला था कि definitely Godrej Properties will have some breakdown, and here you can see it is now down to 1450 levels. 50 points have been eroded away, and this is the reason, क्योंकि इस दिन जब data form हुई थी, this actually showcased there was more weakness to come, and in the next few sessions we exactly saw that. Even ICICI Prudential Life, after yesterday's reversal today, again it was able to form a bearish candle. Going forward, we have to see if it is able, actually from a box perspective, it is dancing between 650 and 700. ये 50 पॉइंट के बीच में ही ये अपना पूरा डांस कर रही है. सो अगर ये 650 के नज़दीक आती है और बाइंग आती है, then we would be tracking it. LTTS also gave us a bearish structure. Going forward, अगर ये 3800 breach करती है, so it can be a bad news for the bulls, and it can immediately correct towards the levels of 3600 and below. So there are a lot of potential candidates जिसको हम track करेंगे for good trades. Just like I won't go for Oro Pharma because ये already 52-week low पे है, but definitely this can be a good reversal candidate from the levels of 688, so maybe 700 and 720 ये अच्छी target होगी Oro Pharma का. लेकिन I am more interested in companies like Tata Consumer. Also I'm not interested in PNB, but also MFSL is something of interest to me. अगर ये 1100 इस levels के ऊपर अगर जाके trade करती है, that would be an awesome opportunity for me to enter. IGL is definitely looking weak, and so is Metropolis, and UBL is also, I am keeping it on the bearish side. Bandhan Bank is definitely weak. ICICI GI also, it looks like 1500 is a strong tough resistance for it to breach. the last move which came in ICICI GI was just before the result, where it moved towards 1550, and from there it corrected towards the levels of 1420 over here and 1410, and from there it has taken so many sessions just to come to 1500, which is a very good move, क्योंकि this showcases that the buying which is happening is more of a genuine buyers, but we have to see if it is able to close above 1500. And from a trade perspective, there are a few candidates which are looking good for reversals, just like Trent, Torrent Power, Cipla, Can Bank, Apollo Tire. So these actually forget Apollo Tire, but rather Can Bank, Torrent Power, Cipla and Trent are very good reversal candidates. And let's see, Federal Bank, LIC Housing Finance, Muthoot Finance, Manapura, Bank of Baroda, not that much, but RBL Bank also not that much. So these are few of the candidates jo achhi reversal. MGL definitely. So these are so MGL, it doesn't mean that tomorrow it will just fly off. It can, but theoretically it will try to consolidate at 1100 zone, and this is going to be a good trade if you know how to trade these particular structures. Also NMDC, M&M Finance, IDFC First Bank and Cholafin, these are very good reversal candidates together with Motherson Sumi, but I would suggest to stay away from Motherson Sumi. Going forward, tomorrow I think Naukri definitely, and AU Bank, because AU Bank has always been making new all-time highs, and then again it's able to hold the levels of 1300, which is good. Bajaj Finserv and Bajaj Finance, we already have it. So folks, that's all. I think going forward our main focus on ESCORTS and definitely Bajaj Finance. Tech Mahindra also is looking strong, and going forward it can go towards 1500 and more. Because there are long positions which are getting added. So that's all folks, that's all I have for you today. PEL is also one of our very strong contender, and I think going forward keep a close watch on PEL. हमने PEL में 26750 ये breach हुआ था exactly on this particular day, and then जब ये 2750 breach किया था, then we said how this will correct towards 2500, and it came towards 2520 levels, and from there it's trying to get some buying. Going forward it would be able to take out the all-time high at 2800 plus levels very soon if this momentum can continue. Similarly, SBILIFE also we tweeted about in the morning, and this closed at day's high at 1161 levels, and going forward there can be a good buying happening in SBILIFE. And also Deepak Nitrite, let's see if it is able to hold this level of 2050. अगर ये level hold करती है, so there can be more buying interest, and definitely 2200 should be something which should be achievable in a very short span of time. Thanks a lot for listening. Hope this video is going to help you, and keep a track on Tata Motors. Also, it seems like buying is happening. So from auto perspective, right, there are two companies, ESCORTS and Tata Motors. So other than that, I don't know where Maruti stands right now. Let's have a quick look if we are able to find Maruti. Yeah, so Maruti is basically unable to move past 7000, and until unless that happens, there's not much you can expect, but rather it will try to move towards the levels of 6500 and below 6400. So this is until unless 7000 के ऊपर closing आती है, there's not much we can do, and this is also true for Bajaj Auto. Bajaj Auto जब तक 3800 3900 के ऊपर अच्छी सी move नहीं आती है, there's not much you can expect. So that's all folks. Thanks a lot for listening. Hope this video is going to give you some idea of the trade, and as always, please consult your financial advisor for any trading or investment related query you have. Bye bye.